Hey, voice ain't being shared. Sauce, hold on. Your voice ain't. I don't know why. Is okay. Yeah, I hear myself. All right.
The championship game in the Big 12 Conference. One that has a long history of classic finishes. We could be in for another one here today. Welcome, folks, to AT&T.
All right, welcome back, everybody, to the GTR Dynasty. We got the voice being shared now. Big Slime here in the booth. We got number 3 Oregon, number 4 TCU. Pico again with TCU, Drunk Fest with Oregon, and some nice jerseys. I like these going on here. Big 12 title here in Arlington. Oregon in the Big 12 for the first year in this dynasty. TCU, they've been to the Big 12, the ACC, now back in the Big 12. Big time matchup here tonight, folks. Shout out to everybody that's going to be tuning in here. Conference title week. A lot of great matchups here. Two teams that haven't played each other in a while. Maybe once here in this dynasty. Did not end well. So, for Oregon at least, trying to make that different today. I'm going to try and not wake up the household. It is school night. Hopefully we'll have someone in the booth with me, maybe, possibly. Oh, we might have, hey, Driver Sleeves might be joining in. We got Skinner gonna do a screenplay to David Lee, and he's gonna get rounded up in the backfield, loss of 3. I believe that was Mufasa down that tackle. TCU, number 3 ranked recruiting class so far this year. Now Skinner, the quarterback, I believe he won the job over Cheeks, or maybe Cheeks left last season. This is his Keith Miller there on the sideline. 2 yards per game. We got a cheeser going up against an average Joe in terms of offense on the season. And things get different here in these user games. Now, interesting. A lot of adjustments being made on both sides here. Interesting formations we got here. Gonna change the play up here. The Horned Frogs. Drop back. Looking, going deep. Trailer. Has him down to the 20-yard line. Big time throw there. You know, that was a big target. I know we saw last year in the title game, TCU up against USC trying to hit those big long passes to him, but now we got a wide open yak touchdown, Horned Frogs. Yeah, that didn't take long at all. Minute 18, 4 plays, 75 yards to open it up here in Arlington, not far from Fort Worth, where TCU is based in. Kind of a home game for them. Hey, Oregon traveled pretty well, so look at the trenches here, and you know, the offensive line for Oregon, not very big. The D-line of TCU, pretty big. I mean, it's talking 20-pound difference. You don't see that often. A light O-line here for the Ducks. You see a new quarterback this year for Oregon. It's going to get it out, and it's going to be broken up. Big hit there. I don't even want to pronounce the quarterback's name. I'm going to be honest with you. Coming out, we got trips to the left. Second and 10. Quarterback just dropping back. Gotta get rid of it there. Togui? What's the quarterback's name?
think it's a Togway. I don't know.
A Togway. All right, we'll go with that. That's good enough for me. A Togway. Third and 10 now for the Ducks. Togway looking, drag route, Gooch. Oh my God, he's little. Reggie Gooch. Yeah, he's kind of. I mean, you think he'd be faster than that, but you know, he was doing the crab leg walk there with his legs. Gets it down to the 29, hop from behind. TCU a very fast secondary. You're not going to outrun many of them guys. Now we got Miranda up the middle. Miranda, he's a transfer, I believe, from. Don't tell me. The UMass? I don't know. I remember seeing a Miranda in the transfer portal. He was a pretty good running back. Yeah. Absolute Dog is stepping into the booth now. On the second one play, we got the wild duck going on. Sora up the middle, first down.
Yes, I am here, Big Slime. It is a pleasure to be back in the booth. Hoping that the internet situation is fixed.
Yeah.
And I guess we'll find out, you know, pretty soon how my internet's doing, if I can last the whole broadcast. So
hey, that's what it's about, stamina. Lasting the entire time.
That's exactly what it's about.
How do you feel about this matchup here?
Drunk's a dangerous team, man. I mean, we see a nice little play there.
Ooh.
I mean, you know, on paper, Las Vegas, you know, I'm sure they're going to favor TCU in this matchup.
6.5 favorite.
Hey, Drunk, he's a very dangerous matchup, man. He has beaten some of the top people in the league, so he is not to be dismissed.
Oh, got him on the flat. Mangold, touchdown, Ducks.
Yeah, Drunk, roll out, play action, Drunk special. He's known for that, Big Slime. Hey,
not too shabby himself coming down the field. 1:38, 75 yards, 7 plays. Before you got here, AD, we saw TCU, saw Skinner throwing deep to Trailer, getting it in for the touchdown a couple plays later. I mean, TCU, a high-powered offense. Oregon's going to have to play extremely well on defense.
Man, Leonard Skinner, what a year he's had, Big Slime. Huge year.
Yeah, I don't even know if there's a relation or not. I think his parents were just big fans of the musician. Oh, on the flat by himself, Thor. I mean, someone cover that man. Yeah, 2 guys out there wide open.
I was going to say, I saw a guy on a corner route.
Hey, take your pick.
Very open. It's always easy to say that from the booth, though.
Hey. Drops back. Trailer on the flat. Oh, that guy's dangerous. And we're talking 6'6", 99 speed, tight end.
Yeah, Trailer's a dog, Big Slime. Correct me if I'm wrong, isn't he the guy that you and P. Cola got into a recruiting battle for a couple seasons ago?
Yeah, I'm in Texas as much as I can be. I'm in Texas like a Ranger, you know, Walker, Texas Ranger, IRP.
Yeah,
we're going about 50 for 50 nowadays for these recruits in Texas, but yeah, we didn't get that one.
Looks like nobody on that receiver.
That was a drag. He had a wheel route out there, Yak on the drag. Looked like Drunk kind of snipped out the wheel there. I was playing that a little bit, opened up the drag.
Yeah, there was actually nobody on that outside receiver there. I think the audible kind of threw off the Oregon defense a little bit.
1st and 10. Nice little screen, the Trailer. Is that an RPO? Nifty little play there.
That was an RPO. That was a P. Cola special. One of the best at them.
Yeah, very RPO heavy here. Likes to work, you know, on the open field, gives playmakers in space, gives athletes out there. Understandable. Skinner going to hand it off to David Lee. That's going to be a Horned Frog touchdown.
Yeah, Frogs coming out of the gate. Looking good. Looking like a dangerous matchup in the playoffs, Big Slime.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, only loss coming to you, I believe, yeah?
Yeah, that's true.
And we got Oregon, their only loss coming to... Oh my God.
Thanker.
I think Oregon lost to Syracuse to open up the season. Hey, right now, Syracuse and Vanderbilt being played, not broadcast. We'll get a tape delay on it, but yeah, they're playing for the ACC title. Syracuse and Vanderbilt. That's a man. I wish we could have got that one broadcasted.
Yeah, that's a big game.
Yeah. I'm actually pretty upset we couldn't get it broadcasted. But hey, it's gonna be a great game. We'll put it on the channel after the fact. Togway. That's Cave on the drag route. Yeah, he's playing a dangerous game backing up that far.
Yeah, the Horned Frogs almost got home there, but quarterback was able to get it away right before they tagged him.
Coming out 1st and 10, still in the first quarter. Gonna hand off to Miranda. Almost gets the first down. You know, Drunk, I mean, he's spent his entire time in the Dynasty in the Big Ten up until this season, so really is the first guy to get a big-time job out of anyone, you know. Was that Nebraska?
Yeah, he was.
Took them to the playoffs, jumps to Oregon immediately, so...
Yeah, I mean, it was a great job. Drunk has been a little critical of the Ducks at various times, but I mean, Miranda's did a great job.
I mean, we're talking about Oregon, who was a fumble on an onside kick away from going to the title game.
I know.
I mean, you hold on to the ball there, it's who knows the trajectory of this program where it would be now.
That was one of the craziest nights in GTR history, that whole night.
Yeah, it was.
Whole night. Ended with Coach Jarvis Sleeves storming off the field.
Yep. Yeah, on vacation early.
Yep.
1st and 10, start the second quarter now. TCU, Oregon does get the ball after half, that's right. Ooh, he's not going much of anywhere. Yeah. Sniffed out real early there by the DB.
Yeah, man, the toss sweep is kind of a kind of hit and miss.
I mean, just no one blocking anyone there. I mean, look at everybody at the line. I mean, everybody's pretty much in the box. Oh, he's running. Togway still running. No, he's gonna do it. Oh my gosh.
Oh.
Oh my God. Just an absurd throw. Absurd throw from the Togway right there into the end zone. You gotta wonder what was it, second down? Was that first down or second down?
Oh, that was second down. Yeah,
quarterback. Yeah, throw that away. Look to find another down, but David Lee on the carry. David Lee.
Oh, he is going to take that one all the way, Big Slime.
Big play. Huge momentum. I'm trying not to wake up the household. Otherwise, I probably would have got a little more animated the last couple plays, but just a big swing in momentum right there. I mean, Drunk still can go down and score. He gets the ball after half, but...
Oh, does he?
Yeah, it's not doing himself any favors right there, though.
Yeah, he can't go down too much to this high-powered TCU offense. Not a good team to get behind big on. You don't want to be playing from behind.
No, you don't. I don't recommend it. Tagway now trying to atone for that pick. Oh, and he gets it off, and it's caught.
Nice throw.
Hey, a first down here by this Oregon offense. Nice to see the quarterback and receiver in sync and very efficient. Something that Oregon really prides itself on. As much as you want to think about that quarterback.
Yeah, must need points for this drive. Tagway. Look, oh, he's getting hit as he throws. Turpin catches for a 1-yard gain. No, great uniforms from Oregon. Always a pleasure seeing those. I mean, that's what they're known for, and, you know, all the hype and uniforms. Will it ever bring them a title?
Question.
Tagway. Oh, he's gonna run with it. Good. It was a good choice there. It was a good choice to run with it. 3rd and 2.
Yeah, Drunk always dangerous taking off of his quarterback.
You know, those days of Deuce Knight when he had him, really probably the peak for Oregon in this dynasty.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, those were the glory days for Oregon.
I mean, he can still peak here, but I mean, thus far that has been it. Big game there. Isaac Miranda. You know, where was he? I remember him from the portal, and he's a pretty good running back.
He a Louisville guy?
I don't. No. This guy was. I'm pretty sure this guy was at UMass. I want to put money on it. He was at UMass. I mean, look at him right here.
Hey, that name's familiar.
Oh yeah, Isaac Brown went to Louisville, but Miranda. I feel like Tony with Indiana had a Miranda on his team at one point too.
Yeah,
we'll find out at some point. I'm pretty sure he's a transfer, but hand off. Oh, play action. Gonna take off and run. Oh, he's hit hard.
Yeah, Slime. That's always the danger to me of running with your quarterback. One, you don't want to get him hit too much. You don't want too much wear and tear on him. Two, feel like I hold my breath every time a quarterback gets hit that there's not a fumble.
It always happens at the goal line.
Worst possible times. Oh, my.
I mean, we go back to that game with Drunk and the onside kick. I mean, he got hawked down and fumbled from behind.
Yeah, there was a couple of really tough plays in that game.
Not trying to remind anybody, but 3rd and 5.
Beautiful.
Yeah, some guys just do a little crazy with their quarterbacks. They get hit a lot. Tagway. He's got him.
Oh my gosh.
I didn't know if he was going to get that one off. Touchdown Ducks.
I didn't know what was going to happen, Big Slime.
You got to hold your breath when Drunk's rolling out.
Dude.
I mean, another drive under 2 minutes. I mean, these guys are scoring pretty quick when they do. You know, outside of that absurd throw of TCU, from Oregon, I mean, relatively even here.
Yeah.
I mean, neither defense is really showing much.
No.
Get a screen to Lee. Oh, look at Lee.
Shoestring away from breaking it.
Hey. That's the second screen we've seen from TCU.
Yeah, the screen pass. I feel like it might have been underutilized this year on CFB 26.
Get a toss now to Lee.
Oh, good
he's just too fast. Track star.
Yeah, if you're Oregon, how in the world do you get a stop, Big Slime?
Hey, I know what I would do. I would contain Lee.
Sure.
I think there's something defensively here that, you know, there's some adjustments that Oregon could make. Help alleviate some of the damage. Gonna change formation. Skinner now dropping back. Going deep, and it's caught. Lee. What a catch. Again, I can't wake up the house, but I always let them know. There it is. I mean, that was, what's interesting about that, he was double covered, and one of the defenders came off of him as he threw it, so.
Yeah, he was. I actually thought he was going somewhere else with that. I didn't even see Lee, but great throw by Leonard Skinner. And what about David Lee, man?
Yeah.
What a pro prospect he'll be. I mean, not only can he run the ball, but he's dangerous, obviously, there as a receiver. So
he's like a Reggie Bush, McCaffrey type running back out there.
Yeah, I mean, we'll be seeing him for a long time on Sundays.
And I think we got Hell State walking into the booth whenever he gets plugged in.
I'm here.
Katagwe is... Oh, is that intentional?
I think it is.
Grounding.
Yeah.
I mean, they go down here, score, they get the ball back. It's 2nd and 21, but wow. Hell State, how you feel about this matchup and where it's going?
Going about what I expected. TCU obviously with the talent advantage here. But Oregon was hanging with them last time I checked, but now they're down 2 scores, so this is got to score territory here for them.
Oh my! I thought he was about to throw it across the field.
He thought
he was.
Yeah, there was just nobody open on that play. Great coverage by the Horned Frog defense.
Tagway, a senior. I'm not sure.
I gotta say, y'all, we could have just skipped the conference championship week. If we could have just gone in the playoffs with this being the bracket, I'd have felt pretty good about it.
That bracket's absurd. Uh-oh, going wide open.
Oh, what a play.
What a play by the DB, Trevor Fritz. I'm telling you, this TCU defense, the secondary is the fastest one in the league.
Yeah, it looked like
no one has a better secondary than TCU.
Yeah,
it's absurd the speed they have.
What a recovery that guy made.
Oh no! Oh no! Oh! He's gonna take it. Oh, the punter saved him.
Wow! What a tackle by the punter.
Where have we seen that before?
Well, I don't think it does them much good, honestly.
What does?
Making it
other?
Because now you giving yourself less time with the ball.
Timeout, TCU.
This is something.
Got an RPO to Thor. He's gonna get hit out of bounds. Stop the clock. The fact that Skinner's parents just enjoyed the music so much, to name him after that is, you just don't see that, too much anymore,
Yeah, that's true. I mean, you gotta love the fandom.
Under a minute now. Skinner's gonna hand it off to Lee. Lee's got plenty of blocking. Ooh, he's getting hit hard. Hell State, if you could name a child after a musician, who would you name it after?
I feel like there's an obvious answer here. I'd have to go with the greatest musician of all time, Mr. Kendrick Lamar.
You would name your kid Kendrick Lamar?
Yeah.
3rd and 1. Which one, Lamar or Kendrick?
I'd probably have 2 just for the...
Oh, he's hitting forward. Wow.
Kendrick Knowles.
Yeah, Kendrick Knowles. Dadgummit, I should have made that.
We'll see him next season. Clock ticking, 1st and 10.
That
Skinner.
That might be my coach on 27. That might be a coach on 27 for me, but...
Okay. 17 seconds now. Hey, you at least already kind of guarantee yourself a field goal here, I feel like, but you're going to get into a bunch quad here.
Yeah, neither team.
I know what's coming. I know what I would do right here. Screen to David Lee. Oh, it's nice open field tackle out on the island out there with David Lee is. That's a tall task. Hoping we'll get an update from the Vandy-Syracuse game. See what that score is. 13 seconds left here in the first half. Run play, Richburg. 4th and 5, clock ticking. Gonna run it down here. Kick the field goal.
Take the 3.
It's a tough angle.
It is a tough angle. Very, and it's close too, but they're going to try to ice him. But Pico, a much improved field goal kicker on 26.
Up and good. TCU going to go into halftime up 31-14 over Oregon. Guys, what's Oregon going to have to do to turn this one around?
Well, obviously they're going to have to score on this opening drive. And after that, Big Slime, they're just going to have to find some kind of way to get a stop from this defense, or TCU offense, rather. It's a tall task. It's a tall task, Big Slime. But yeah, man, those are the keys. They got to either generate a turnover, fumble.
Well, you got to get a sense of urgency here, you know?
Yeah, that's true.
I want it. Gonna hand it off. Nowhere Miranda goes. I will say, looking at the conference championship games, we do have the American Conference NC State versus number 14 Utah. Again, we said Vanderbilt, Syracuse, number 7 and 6 in the ACC title. See this play right here from Atagwe. I was going to run with it, get a gain of 5. The Big Ten matchup, 8 Louisville versus number 5 Arizona State. How you feeling about that one, AD?
Yeah, that was Louisville. That was, we played earlier in the regular season, Slime. It was a non-televised game. And, yeah, I'm telling you, man, it was a competitive game. It kind of unraveled in the third quarter, but as we see Oregon dropping way back.
Oh, he's got a man. That was... Oh, he caught
did he
it.
catch it? Oh, my gosh. Wow. But, yeah, it was a very competitive game. I want to say it was like a 21-18 ball game in the third quarter, and then, a couple of turnovers made it look a lot worse than it really was. But, yeah, I expect a really, competitive, hard-fought game, Big Slime. Obviously, I'll review the tape from the last game and try to come up with a game plan and go from there.
We weren't quite sure, as you see Atagwe being hounded, those out of bounds. Weren't sure if, Louisville or USC was going to make it into... I know USC's happy. They already have 2 losses. They don't want to get knocked out of the playoffs, so they're guaranteed a spot now.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
And then we got the SEC title in the bins. Number 2 Mississippi State versus number 1 Georgia. As Atagwe gets this off. Jose, how you feeling about that matchup with your Diet Dogs? All right, good talk.
As we
await top dogs already.
As we await Hell State's rebuttal.
What did we say? I'm doing homework, so I'm not locked in the game. What are we talking about?
As we see this play, 1 second after this play, Jesus.
He's in trouble.
Oh
my gosh.
Lurk.
Yeah, he was playing with fire.
I was asking you, how do you feel about the number 2 Diet Dogs versus the number 1 Top Dogs in the bins?
Well, Coach Knowles said after that one, we will go play them in Atlanta and we will beat them in Atlanta. So that's our That's our plan.
Hey, you gotta respect the confidence.
He actually, I don't know if y'all saw that. I'll have to put a storyline out, but the Brett Knowles' Twitter account tweeted out a video of Coach Leo Jamison and Coach Brett Knowles in the ring, tag teaming, lifting up Whipple and throwing him out of the ring. Just as we saw the new polls this week, had Auburn dropped out of the CFP after back-to-back losses to the Dogs.
Lee just putting it on him. You know,
is that convenient timing, or is that just maybe a little bit of a shot there?
We love shoving Auburn into a locker. You had to sweat yours out a little bit. We didn't have to do that over here, but yeah, teach their own.
Yeah, we had some weird things go on in our game. You know, we had I haven't gotten the chance to watch the film back, but I'm sure that your quarterback up 14-0 didn't just step into a sack and fumble the football. So.
No, we didn't.
You'll have that on the big jobs, right?
1-point favorite the Bulldogs are.
Yeah, I'd say Big Slime. That might be the game. I don't know, the title game I think I'm most looking forward to is yourself and Hail State. I would say it's probably one of the best rivalries we've had on 26.
Yeah, I agree. It just means more in the SEC.
Yeah, it's always a lot of banter, a lot of trash talk going into the game. Sometimes you think it's friendly. Sometimes there's a little bit of bite to it. You just,
Hey, listen, the Auburn Mississippi State matchup that's a rivalry. I mean, you got Auburn planning for weeks for that game.
Oh, there was a man. What?
I don't even know. All right. We're getting off the rails here. He didn't get back to the line of scrimmage.
Oh, wow.
Jones got to get a grip here.
3rd and 32.
He's got to get a grip.
Well, a serious challenge for this offense. You don't want to be in 3rd and long.
You got to wonder how Oregon's going to feel going into the playoffs now. Oh.
They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1. Everybody knows how hard it is to run the ball.
4th and 34.
Interesting name there. Tim North. I don't want to speculate.
What's funny about it?
I mean, I don't know. I don't want to speculate about that name, but
everyone's gonna Google Tim North now. Is that something we shouldn't do?
I don't know. I'm not sure.
Promote anything.
No. Just to be clear, I have no knowledge. I don't even know if Tim North is a real person or not, but
that's my homie.
Oh, there you go. Shout out Tim North.
And looking to throw now on 1st down. Looking to scramble. Trying to get the throw off. Choosing to just throw the ball away that time. 2nd down play now coming up. And the incompletion now makes it 2nd and 10 from the 49.
I just had something come across my desk here.
And the QB will try again on 2nd
and 10. Skinner Leonard throws it out of bounds. What would y'all say his top song is?
Well, it's probably got to be Freebird, wouldn't you think?
Hey,
of course, got Sweet Home Alabama, also another banger. Got some good ones, man.
Dropping back, looking to throw for the 1st down.
It's just wide open. I mean, you'll never go broke taking a profit. All right, remember that, fans. Take the profit. You never go broke. It's important in life. You don't want to be broke.
We've seen TCU with a little mini scheme this whole game.
Yeah.
They've been operating out of pretty much the same formation.
I don't think it's anything new, is it?
Nah,
You know,
I mean,
Pete
I don't
Cole
think
likes to
it's...
save his stuff for,
Oh,
you
for
know,
sure.
the title
Yeah,
game.
for sure.
The title
But
game.
I think it's definitely a good move to operate out of the same formation. You know, keeps you unpredictable.
Interesting.
Looking to pass here on second down.
I think, anyway.
Wide open Lee, just good tackle though in the open field. Only 56 yards receiving. You know, you think he, by the way he's playing, he has more, but he's been making a lot of it on the running game. I just, you know, yeah. I think it's just a bad formation defensively. Lee with another absurd run.
Lee just taking off.
It's just a, you know, it's just not a good. The defense just isn't doing him any favors. So
Yeah,
you gotta make those adjustments out on the edge.
Gotta. Definitely gotta feel the edge, that's for sure.
45-14, TCU up against Oregon. Shout out to all the fans that are still with us tonight.
That escalated quickly. Shout out Ron Burgundy. Shout out Anchorman.
Feel a little
help. Oh.
The little wild duck. Oh, he's gonna throw it. Oh, what are we doing? Loss of 5. Adrian Soria, 83, an unorthodox number there for the quarterback. Don't believe he's really a quarterback though.
Yeah, that was interesting. For 83.
Yeah, he was definitely a receiver at one point, right? Gotta be.
No question. Probably a gadget receiver, if I had to guess.
Hey, shout out to the gadgets.
Yes, I wish I had figured that out earlier. He is scrambling. Really get this one across the line.
Oh my!
Oh, it's picked off.
Not the ebook. I don't know if this quarterback's going to be playing in the playoffs.
Yeah, Junk short leash with his quarterbacks, man. They're probably going to have to reevaluate this week in practice. Very short leash. Oh. The words of Big Slime. I know what I saw.
You saw something?
I saw something. I saw 6 points, Big Slime.
Go for just a second.
I don't know what everybody else saw. I know what I saw.
Quarterback checks the defensive look, makes some adjustments. Off the RPO, caught to the right. And the defense swarms, not much of a gain on that completion. Crucial third down play coming up. Good throw, the catch is made. It'll be smothered right at the line for no gain.
And 1. Do we see the kicking team? Personally, I would see the kicking team. You know, you got to give them some reps.
Yeah, get some work in.
And the Horned Frogs come to the line here looking to convert on fourth down.
I mean, it's just too easy. Oh my God! What do I know? Not. I just think the alignment of the defense is hurting the defense more than anything. Look at the receptions by Whipple, 156.
But what a year Big Mac Whipple's had.
They're just force feeding him.
Force feeding him. No pun intended. They're on the Big Mac.
You know, when I played Auburn, we had our third stringers in, and the first string was still playing with like a minute left, trying to get Whipple some stats. You know, I don't know if you could really respect that. You know, that's just kind of. There's a line you got to draw at some point, you know.
That's true. And this Oregon quarterback's been running for his life in the backfield all night long.
You got. I mean, how far does Oregon fall on this? There's still a lot to be seen though from these conference title games. Hey, this is the opening one, but oof, what a spin move! I will say, you know, we hope. You know, no disrespect to Chewy and NC State, but we hope Utah wins the American because, you know, they're at number 14, and we got to get them in, and we don't want another conference, you know, in there. So, lots riding on that Utah game. Someone's going to be left out in the top 12, and it's looking like North Carolina. Oh, my. Jesus. Get a stretcher.
North's absolute dog. Balling the center.
Let's see this. If I look at 25, yeah, North Carolina sits at number 12 right now, but you know, Utah getting in, if they win, that would put really North Carolina's out regardless because there's going to be a 5th conference champion there. Tough luck to North Carolina just missing it by that much. That's the case. Everything else is pretty much set, I feel like.
Yeah.
A lot of 2-loss teams. A lot of 1-loss teams.
Yeah, I know it'll be really interesting to see where USC and the Trojans land in the playoffs. So that's they're currently projected at 8 or 9. And I mean that could
that's
spell
a dangerous
trouble.
8 or 9.
That could spell trouble for the 1 seed and 4 seeds. So
Jesus.
I don't know. Don't know if we really
want to be the 1 seed.
I was going to say that. Don't know if we really want to be in that position.
That's a penalty if you throw a game, by the way.
We are very strict on that. Here
hey, shout out to the chairman, AD chairman. You know, he puts down the law.
You know, I put the work in behind the scenes, Big Slime. Yeah, I do a lot of things people don't realize. Yeah, I don't want to throw my weight around too much, but as we see the Oregon quarterback going way back. Oh my goodness!
All right, we gotta get a grip.
Yeah, but you know, throwing games, that's something we will deal with here.
I will say it is kind of absurd that you're number 5, being the one of only 2 undefeated teams in the league, in the nation.
Yeah, it was, you know,
a lot of SEC bias with the top 2.
A lot of SEC bias. Oh my god. Yeah, I tell you, I think the fans might see why early in the year I was saying that I had to get at least one of those games. Had to split Pablo and Picola.
Yeah,
and obviously I had
you've had a hard schedule. When you think about it, you have to play Vanderbilt as well.
Yeah, it's been probably one of my toughest regular season schedules since we started this league. So
you look at TCU's had a hard one too. I mean, they had to play you, they had to play Oregon, Iowa in conference. They had to play Syracuse out of conference. Look at Mississippi State. They had to go on the road in all their conference games. To Auburn, to Georgia. Opened up at Vanderbilt. Someone's got to take a look at that schedule next year. Oh, Pico's being a respectable.
That's good sportsmanship.
Completely could have taken that in, but he's going to prepare for the playoffs. TCU looks to get a first-round bye in the upcoming playoffs. Anywhere between the 1 and 4 seed, obviously, but they're going to go into playoffs on a high note here as they await to see who they're going to play. Oregon they're going to make the playoffs as well, but we'll see how far they fall here. Just officially, the TCU Horned Frogs, your Big 12 champions here in the GTR Dynasty. Keith Miller, the head coach, going to get rowdy tonight. Picola Gator, just tell us the mindset coming out tonight. It looked like you did pretty much whatever you wanted out there.
Been trying to work on a couple things on both sides of the ball. Defense was a struggle with us early, that's for sure. Once I got him to where I felt like he had to throw the ball, it works out a lot better, so we'll have to work on that when it's more of like a neutral type game script. And then the offense, like AD said, I'm trying to come out in one or two formations and just base everything out of that, so feel pretty good about the offense, that's for sure. Good game.
Yeah, it looked good. Looked like it was well focused and well prepared. AD, what you got?
Congratulations, P, on winning the Big 12, man. Great scheme he came out with tonight. Team was looking really sharp. Talk to us about the seeding in the playoffs. Obviously, you and I discussed a little earlier pregame about some of the bracket situation. Is there a preference you have of where you might want to fall in the bracket, or does it matter?
Yes and no. I guess it doesn't really matter at this point. We're all gonna play everybody, but I think everybody knows there's one particular person that's gonna be a higher seed that you definitely don't want to see early in the run. But I have a pretty good feeling I'll be a 2 or 3 seed. So
What that
see how it
means?
shakes out.
Yeah. Well, congratulations, P. Best of luck going forward in the playoffs, man.
Appreciate it, buddy.
L State, you got anything for Picola? Or let him focus on his paper. Or no? Okay, there he is.
Is this the year? Did you get number 2?
I don't know, bro. Ain't no telling. I've had a lot of other stuff going on. I haven't been too focused, but it's time to lock in, so we'll see how it shakes out.
Alright, we'll go over to Drunk. We might come back to Picola. Drunk, not the performance you had hoped for. Just tell us where it kind of went off the rails for you.
Knew I was in trouble from the first drive. I mean, he blew past the fastest defensive player I had on the field with ease, so I had to play out of position defense, played off. I gave up runs, and then corners is obviously weakest part of the team. I tried to rebuild since 2 years ago, lost top 4 corners. When EA robbed me of a title chance game, so whatever. But yeah, so I had to play way out of line, way different. I said it's the first game I've got blowed out really. The Syracuse game got away at the end for some dumb stuff, but it was tight to the fourth quarter. So go to playoffs, see what happens, make some adjustments, try some. Well, at least I can try completely different stuff because none of that worked tonight, so I know what not to do.
Yeah, hey, AD.
Drunk, we know that you have a reputation for having a very short leash for your quarterbacks. What's this week in practice look like for your quarterback going into the playoffs? Is he in jeopardy of getting benched, or are you going to stick with him?
Nah, I'm going to stick with him. Everybody else on the roster sucks, so stick with him. First pick was my fault. It looked like he was coming back, and he stayed in the end zone behind 2 defenders, so that receiver will get cut. Whenever I get knocked out of the playoffs, we'll deal with that. And then just, like I said, go more towards RPO. I mean, I'd put coach adjustments, guess pass every single time. That's why I gave up runs too, and they just stand and look dumb, give them 10 yards of space. So either way, we'll find something, and we'll be better off if we meet them up again in playoffs.
Yeah, how do you feel about the upcoming playoffs?
Yeah, see how I get. Probably draw Arizona State another early exit, and then we'll see what happens somehow, and then see what happens.
Y'all played in the first round before.
Yeah, that was nobody expected that one. I don't know what the hell happened, but we'll see. Yeah, I definitely playing with probably the best team I have on here. This team ain't bad, a hell of a lot better than last year's, but rebuilding when you lose that much in the secondary and all, it's one of them deals.
Yeah. Yeah. Hey, understandable. Hey, well, we look forward to you in the playoffs. Anybody got anything else for Drunk?
The streets want to know how much is in your bank account.
Enough.
All right. Hey, Pico, anything you want to say before we head out?
Nope, I'm good.
All right. Hey, well, shout out to everybody for tuning in. Big Slime in the booth, AD in the booth. We had Hell State up here. Pico Gator and TCU winners over Drunk Fest in Oregon. Be on the lookout for the rest of the conference title games coming up soon. Hey, and go Braves.